Mitt Romney's latest advertising campaign suggesting that auto bailout recipients Chrysler and General Motors were shifting jobs to China drew him into a public argument with top executives at both companies, who condemned the advertisements as false Tuesday. The 80 is cynical campaign politics at its worst, Greg Martin, a spokesman for General Motors, said in an interview late Tuesday. "We think creating jobs in the U.S. and repatriating profits back in this country should be a source of bipartisan pride." General Motors was pulled into the fray Tuesday after Romney began running a "Thank you for trying" verbose. "This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." New radio advertisement in which an announcer says, "Barack Obama says he saved the auto industry, but for who, Ohio or China?" The 80 went on to say that General Motors and Chrysler were planning to increase the number of cars they manufacture in China. What happened to the promises made to auto workers in Toledo and throughout Ohio? It was a variation on a television 80 running here that reports that Chrysler, which produces Jeeps here, is planning to return Jeep output to China. The spot has been widely criticized for "Thank you for trying" verbose. "This recording will go away once the product has been purchased," leaving the misleading impression that Chrysler is planning to shift jobs in Toledo to China. In fact, Chrysler says that it is discussing new plans for sales in China that do not affect U.S. hiring, and that it is adding workers in Toledo. The spot earned a "Pants on Fire" designation from the fact-checking site PolitiFact. In an email to employees on Tuesday, Chrysler's chief executive officer, Sergio Marchionne, said that Jeep's commitment to the U.S. was unequivocal. "I feel obliged to unambiguously restate our position: Jeep production will not be moved from the United States to "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. China, he wrote. It is inaccurate to suggest anything different. Marchionne's response came as the auto bailout took center stage in the fight for Ohio's 18 electoral votes. The politics of the auto bailout have become a vexing problem for Romney. He opposed Obama's approach to what was in $80 billion U.S. bailout, and some supporters in the Midwest have questioned his stance that Chrysler and General Motors should have gone through bankruptcies without federal bailout funds. They argued that such financing was not available at what was the height of the financial crisis. "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. As his campaign increases its focus on winning in this critical state, where polls have continually given a slight edge to Obama, it has sought to undermine the support the bailout is giving Obama here. It was unclear whether Romney's new strategy is advantageous, given the reaction. The Romney campaign has insisted that its 80 merely states the truth: Jeeps are not currently made in China and soon will be, creating jobs there instead of at home. It would be better if they expanded production in the U.S. instead of expanding in "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. China, said Stuart Stevens, the senior advisor to Romney. That is absolutely bereft of any fundamental understanding of the global automotive industry, Martin said. All global manufacturers, whether General Motors, Ford, Chrysler or VW, build historically in the markets in which we sell. Martin said that General Motors had invested $7.3 billion in U.S. production since 2009 and brought nearly 19,000 back to work. Stevens said that he agreed with Martin's statement that General Motors' recovery should be a source of bipartisan pride, but that Romney's proposed policies would make it "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Easier for companies like Ram to produce cars for export.